What's up, you guys? Alright, it is Monday morning, just after 5 a.m. local time, 5:07 to be more exact. Wait till I can get out of here first. Alright, we are just pulling out of the Loves in Davenport, Florida. So you're probably wondering how we ended up over here. Given the last video you saw me post was a delivery video in Dallas, Texas. I'd mentioned I might, I was planning on doing possibly a pickup vlog somewhere in that region. It ended up being a change of plans though. Saturday morning, I got a call from our weekend planner, dispatcher, whatever, and he was wanting to know if I could cover a load from our Fort Worth drop yard to out here in Winter Haven, Florida, which is as you see there where the red pin location is on my map. Alright, well, let's continue this after the light turns green. Alright, so anyway, so the story on that, basically a team truck had this load from, as far as I know, whatever the case, somebody picked the load up in Salinas, California. It's a load of green vegetables. And I don't know if they're the ones who dropped it in the Fort Worth yard or if somebody else did. But whatever the case, it ended up with, it was the team truck that dropped it in the Fort Worth yard. I know for sure it was a team because I was informed that basically there was another driver somewhere on I-10 between Houston and San Antonio. I'm not sure exactly where, but somewhere in that stretch. They had a breakdown and needed their load to get rescued. I don't recall where the load was going to. I don't recall if it might have been heading out here to Florida too. I don't know. That or it could have even been heading west. I don't know, but or no, yeah, I think it might have been heading west. But he said that load required a team to get delivered on time. So I wouldn't have been able to help it myself, especially running on recaps. And the team that had this load here, obviously was running ahead of schedule on it. So the plan was they dropped the load in the Fort Worth yard, and then bobtail or deadhead, whatever it is, out to wherever the other guy was at, rescue his load or her load and take it to wherever it was needing to go. And then I took the load, this load from the Fort Worth yard. Due this morning at 6:30. I'm expecting we'll be there around 5:30ish, right when I'm expecting to be there. And I'm making use of some of my hours. I ended up actually letting some more hours accumulate than I really wanted to, but at the same time, not really such a bad thing because I already have a pre-plan that follows this one. We'll talk about that later on. But yeah, that should make pretty good use of what hours I have coming still left, and a couple of days worth of the because I got 2 nights of recaps that suck. I got one night that's only like 340 something. I think something along that line, and another night it's only like an hour and 45, or I don't remember the exact number, but yeah, I gotta kind of finesse my way through those recaps anyway, so really wasn't too worried about running too hard with this. Yeah, I ran pretty hard the first shift out, as it was when I shut down there at the receiver there in Dallas. You guys saw the next morning before I was on my way over to the Flying J in Dallas. Actually, I went over that way to go visit a buddy of mine who drives for us. My good friend David. You guys might have seen him a few times. He was over there. He's taking time off, and I met up with him for breakfast. And while I was on my way over there, that's when I got the word about this load here. So I'm like, yeah, that's fine. It'd work out perfect because I need to be home on around the 14th, roughly. As long as I'm home for my November 15 appointments, we're good. I don't care if I get home the 14th or the 13th otherwise. So the plan was get over here, deliver this morning, which is the 6th, and 8 days, that should definitely be doable to get me back to California by then. If I have a full set of hours to work with, I can actually run from here in here in Florida to Southern Cal in about 3 full days. So, pushing hard, I can do that easily. But, running on recaps, a little bit different story there. Alright, we are 10 miles away right now, and we are in the Davenport area still. Actually, our drop yard, the JCT drop yard, is just not far up the road here. We're going to be passing right by it. This is US 27 southbound, by the way. Now, you guys have seen me do stuff in this area before. Alright, so something we can talk about here aside from that. Now, it'll probably, I don't know, might be, I can make it last, but do I want to? Alright, so I was going through, looking on Reddit last night, or tonight, whatever you want to call it, and I came across a post in there that, I'll just say I'm different than them. I'll just leave it at that. But generally, basically, the person, it was in the trucking subreddit, truckers, whatever that subreddit is that I follow. This driver was on I-75 in the Tifton, Georgia area, which is about an hour drive north of the Florida line. Another, we'll give it maybe an hour-ish south of Macon. I don't know. I forget the mile markers there on I-75 in Georgia, so I could be wrong on that. But yeah, I want to say Tifton is roughly about an hour drive north of the Florida line. Alright, so they... Alright, so apparently they witnessed this accident happen, and I guess it was a particularly gory scene where, well, I don't know if they saw any dead bodies, but they didn't see any dead bodies, but I guess the amount of damage and all that made them pretty sure it was probably a fatality involved. And in their own words, basically, they said that they were so shaken up by it, literally, that they were like, like panic attack, whatever you want to call it, freaking out over it, and they couldn't even, like, I guess they were having a hard time dealing with it. Alright, so a couple of things here. Now, one, that is especially likely to happen if you're the person involved in the crash and you're still alive. Case in point, when I first became a trainer at Cedar, England, yeah, something fun going on up that way. Holy crap. How many cops are going up that way? That's at least 5 that I know of. Some shit got real there. Alright, anyway. Now, yeah, when I was a new trainer, I had a trainee driving the truck, and we were going eastbound on I-90 in Washington, working our way up Snoqualmie Pass. And we come up on, now the road was wet. I remember another truck passed us up, and then they splashed up some water, and basically a puddle of water went flying up into our windshield and obstructed our view. And on top of that, the other truck being up in front of us and in a left curve also obstructed our view of what was around the other side of the curve. We come around the curve, and there was this car that was spun out and had a dead stop right in the middle of our lane. It was actually disabled. Yeah, it spun out and then joinked the K-rail on I think on the right side. I just know it was already at a dead stop, but my trainee had, I think it's on my channel too, by the way. My trainee ended up having to decide, was trying to figure out, damn, more of them coming. Or did they? No, yeah, they're still, he's trying to get through that crowd. So there's at least 6 now. 7. Damn. Alright, anyway. My trainee had hit the brakes hard to avoid crashing into her car. She was already outside the car, and somebody, or the female, was a woman driving it. And there were a couple of other people already there trying to help me, like kind of make sure she was all right, helping her and whatever. Well, when she realized that we were getting ready to crash into her car, which thankfully didn't happen because the lane to our left was occupied. My trainee basically couldn't, he wanted to move left, but the traffic next to the trailer wouldn't allow that to happen. So he ended up making a last second decision to slam on the brakes. He ended up getting a hard braking critical event from it, but managed to stop short of her car by probably like a few feet. It was pretty close. But meanwhile, like while he's getting ready to stop, I'm looking up because the driver and these 2 other people were up a little bit further ahead and by the K-rail. And I remember watching the girl go jumping over the K-rail to basically take cover when she saw that we were getting ready to crash into her car. Or, at very high risk of it. But yeah, we ended up coming to a full stop, and I ended up getting my triangles out and stopping, like so we could warn people, get the hell out of the lane ASAP. Alright, anyway, though, once we got out of the truck and had triangles out and all that, ended up talking to them all, and I realized that, while I was talking to the woman, that she was like shivering and all that. It wasn't even, I don't think it wasn't even that cold at the time, or cold at all or something. I don't remember, but she was shivering pretty good because the scariness of the frightfulness, whatever the situation. All right, so the pilot here in Haines City is, we're passing by right now. We're going to go straight down the road here to Highway 544, I think it is. Yeah, 544, we're going to make a right turn. Alright, so that's a pretty, I would say a common thing that people experience when they deal with a very scary situation like that. I had a situation like that once, actually, when I was being stupid and attracted or didn't really, and I'm not sure I attracted it, but by dumb luck, I guess found the attention of law enforcement. Yeah, it caught me in the act of something I should not have been doing. I'll just say that. I didn't get arrested, but I was definitely like, kind of the same thing, like, you know, I'm like, kind of freaking out on that one, whatever, thinking like, oh shit, I'm busted, whatever. Alright, so anyway, that's my point. It's, you know, scary situations can end up like that, but come on, dude, come on. You're gonna hit your gas pedal. I backed off enough, but I can only back off so much. Alright, so I don't know if you guys had any experiences like that. Throw them in the comments here, right? Also, I'm not gonna go into the gory details on it, but have I ever personally watched an accident happen that resulted in a fatality? The answer is no. Have I personally watched accidents happen at all? The answer is yes. Have I gone by accident scenes where a person died? Yes, several, quite a few times. In fact, I've seen dead bodies at accident scenes, and I don't know. Maybe I'm. You might call it a bit me a bit morbid or something, but I don't really see it that way. What is going on here? Because I need to make a right turn, and all right, no, never mind. I see the lights going on up over here, and I was kind of wondering what's up with that. Because this light right up here, I'm going to make a right turn on. Let me get this, this thing will cooperate with me, get it zoomed in.
Upcoming violation. 11-hour driving limit.
Alright. So yeah, I remember there was one in, I think it was Bloomington, Illinois. I can't remember for sure. It was one of those cities, Champaign or somewhere over in Illinois. There was an accident scene there. Actually, it happened right when I had a trainee again. In that case, the trainee was driving. We were at the TA in Bloomington, I think it was. And right when we were about to start pulling out of our parking spot, a crash happened involving a tanker right there behind us on the freeway. I think it was I-57 and I-70 concurrency or whatever it was, something along that line. Is that Bloomington? I don't remember. Or Champaign, or I forget. Something along that line. Anyway, though, being that it was a solo vehicle incident, I was under the impression that more than likely the driver's left steer tire blew, and it went veering into the K-rail that separates the northbound and southbound traffic. I guess the driver hit the wall so hard that even with the seatbelt on, went through the windshield. I mean, not through the windshield, but the window, the door window. And the only thing that kept them from getting ejected fully was I think it was their right foot, right leg, whatever, got caught up in their seatbelt. Wasn't enough to save them though. He ended up dying. There was blood all over the place. They were doing CPR on him as we were passing by, and he didn't make it. Saw another one in Dayton, Ohio, where the driver crashed into, or not Dayton, but there's a rest area not too far from Dayton. On I-70, westbound I-70, a truck went, I guess the driver fell asleep and then crashed into a bunch of trucks that were parked on the off-ramp for that rest area, and hit so hard that the front of the tractor was caved in all the way back here to this bulkhead that separates the cab and sleeper area. Yeah, that guy didn't make it either. You see that, and it's like, you just can imagine. There ain't no damn way that person survived when you see that kind of damage. I can't say I've ever gotten all shaky over that kind of stuff, though. It's not something I want to see, but yeah, especially when you consider, you might think that the same thing can happen to you. And that's how other people are. We're already coming up right here on our turn. Tucker. I want to say we got to make a right over here on the west end of their lot. Yeah, if I remember right, turn onto that lake. It's been so long since I've been here. No, not that one. Yeah, turn right at the flashing yellow light here. That's the employee entrance. I've been here one time before, if I recall, and that was like 7 years ago. I wasn't even with JCT at the time. So I don't really remember anything about how to even get in here. I had to actually look on the satellite view earlier to figure it out. But yeah, I remember when I was looking at satellite, yeah, you can come over here, come up this street here. And we'll make a right turn up here. I see where the blue light is up there. That's should be our truck entrance right there. So, alright, so with that said, what kind of experiences have you guys had with that? Have you guys been involved in anything where a person died, or actually even a crash or whatever? Tell your story. Have you passed by scenes that you found out were fatality crashes? Anything of particular note? How did you react? What was your reaction to that? All right, so let's get checked in over here, and we'll get to hopefully have a doctor afterward. Alright guys, we are checked in now. So the guard said go ahead and dock into any door in the range 104 to 123, I believe it was. I said it'll be on the back side. Yeah, I think on that far south end over there is where we're going to end up going. If I must be honest, I really can't stand doing Walmart loads where they tell you to dock into any door in a range, because my past experience with that is they'll tell you that, and then you'll have all of the doors in that range are occupied. Then you'll have like several trucks waiting for those same doors, and it becomes a free-for-all. Whoever can get into it first. Who gives a shit who has what appointment times? I'm not the least bit of a fan of that method. I'd much rather them assign me the door. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm not surprised to do it that way, because I did see in the Google reviews someone saying that What are we doing, car? Better stay clear of my trailer. 'Cause I'm doing what I'm doing. You get in the way, you're getting hit. Alright, so we're going to check in at the office behind us though, but door 104, he said is on the other side, like on the south wall over there. Alright, we're going to watch this shag driver here. He could end up kicking out any second now. Looks like he's going to wait. Alright, 102 is right there. So yeah, should be the first set of doors up here on the other side. Yeah, this is 103 right here, so definitely getting close. Shit, man, they got me docking into Timbuktu, don't they? I have to get my doors open and all that kind of crap, but so yeah, I'll probably just in the interest of keeping the video from getting too long, we'll go ahead and dock in, and then I won't add the part of me going to the office and back as part of the vlog. You already know that's what's going on, so no point in me adding that in. Alright, these are all drop spots, yeah. Yeah, everything looks like drop spots over here. Yeah, what a mess. Hopefully we'll find 104 to 123 over here in this section, but where are we gonna find? Oh yeah, here we go. Alright, 122 is vacant. Let me go ahead and get my doors open. Make sure we're clear there. I got several doors here open though. Alright, since I'm better at setting up backings than a lot of people, I'll make it easier for other people coming in and go ahead and do 122 and let other people have the easier stuff. Not like this is difficult at all anyway. Alright. A little late. Get the tannins where you want them first. It's pretty close. Now we'll go chase it down like this. Got just a little bit blindside. And I need a little bit more. It's chasing it down a little bit faster than I want to be chasing it down. Alright, we got a winner there. Got to square up with it. Oh, there we go. gentle dock bumping there. Alright, I'm gonna go get disconnected, and then I'll go back around to the other side and turn my my stuff in, and we'll have some more for you on the way out of here. Alright guys, we are done unloading here. About usual amount of time, I guess, roughly 3 hours here. It is currently, what, 9:20? Got my bills about, I don't know, about 10 minutes ago. I had an OS&D report, though, that I had to file, put in. Thankfully, I don't have to sit and wait for disposition on this, though. It was just an overage of 3 cases of cauliflower. They ended up keeping all of it, so I should be fine to go. There is in general, that kind of thing, there's always that possibility they could get told to give it back so it goes somewhere else, but it's not likely, I would say. Based on my experience with past OS&Ds, particularly Walmart OS&Ds, overages are not normally, they're not normally told on the overages to return the product to the trailer. But just as a precaution, it's best to stay in the area until you're near, until you have that, until you get the disposition, for sure, confirmation from OS&D that you can go ahead and send your empty call. In fact, I can't send my empty call until I get an OS&D number from my OS&D people anyway, but alright, now that's one of those cases why I go slower around tighter areas, curves and tighter areas. Too much risk you come flying up on somebody. I had another case where I came up on a merge point like that, and the yard jockey came flying out. I don't know why that dude didn't wave or whatever. It's I saw him earlier. Looked like it was a different truck number, or the same truck number was set up different numbers, different letters on it, whatever, last time I saw it. It was a dedicated lane truck with an alpha number. Now it's a regular lease truck with Bravo. Alright, so we'll get checked out over here. Let you know what's going on next. Alright, so let's get rolling now. So I do have a pre-plan. I can pick it up pretty much any time today from what I can best figure out. I don't have the load assignment yet, but on the pre-plan it gave a pretty big window on it, pickup window on it. I think it runs all the way up until late tonight. And I'm running low on clock anyway. I only have an hour and 38 left on my drive clock. Or, well, yeah, it's my 14-hour clock that's running me down right now. So what I'm gonna, and we're pretty close to we're not far from our drop yard, as well as to the pilot over here in Haines City. So what I'm going to probably do is just go up to our drop yard, get my trailer washed out, and then maybe come back down to the pilot there in Haines City, maybe do a 7-hour split, because I already did 245. Yeah, about 245 in the dock door, so I only need 715 total in sleeper berth to get a good clock back. But also if I have that clock, I'm almost inclined to go all the way to the shipper, but it's likely I'm going to run out of hours anyway while I'm in the dock door there. If I even if I get docked in right away, so and just as soon go ahead and get my washout done, and then this limit line is way back. I can't see for shit until I'm up further. There's plenty of room here for trucks making right turns to make their turn, whether or not I'm over here. What are we doing? Okay. I don't think that it was necessary. I think they had the right of way, but yeah, they had the right of way. I'm not sure why they were waiting on me. Not a good practice there, because if there was any other traffic coming from behind them that was coming proceeding through, and I went on what they said, they could have been blamed for, or at least partially. It's actually one of the reasons why when you're in trucking school, CDL school, and being trained in trucking, generally you get told don't do that for exactly that reason, because if you wave, you're better off just looking there. I mean, just look at them. Don't make any gestures at all. Don't tell them it's okay to go, because if they go and they have an accident, then you can get blamed for it and be held at least partially at fault. And they had plenty of room to make their move. I had plenty of time behind them to make to turn after them. So really, like I said, they should have just went ahead and made their turn, and I would just make mine afterward. But so be it. All right, so that's what's going on here. I'm going to be picking up an Auburndale. It said NFI, whatever, but I don't know if that's a Coca-Cola facility or. NFI is a trucking company, so I don't know if I'm picking up at their terminal or because normally when I pick up an Auburndale, I'm going to the Coca-Cola facility. So I don't know. I'll just once I get my load assignment later, because I gotta wait for OS&D to give me permission to send my empty call before I can do that anyway, and I can't do that while I'm driving. So that's what's going on next, right? Again, that'll be today. I'll hopefully have that one ready for you guys to watch as well. Fairly quickly after you see this one. So, all right, you all have a great day. I will see you guys then.